How do we use truth trees to determine whether or not a set of propositions is satisfiable? Let's consider. Hello, I'm Chico. Welcome to the Philosopher Channel Introduction to Propositional Logic course. We are currently in a section on truth trees, and if you need a little bit of review, don't forget I already have a couple of videos up about the truth trees. Truth trees are most naturally used for checking for satisfiability of sets of propositions. Remember that a set can include just one proposition, two propositions, or any number of propositions. So we've already talked about what it is to be satisfiable, but as a quick review, to be satisfiable means that all the propositions in the set can be true at the same time. There's some truth value assignment for the component propositions, the simple component propositions that make up the propositions we're interested in, that makes all those propositions true at the same time. They don't always have to be true, just at least one truth value assignment is necessary. And if there are no truth value assignments, then we call them unsatisfiable, if there's no way that they can all be true at the same time. What does satisfiability look like on a truth tree? It's just an open branch, at least one open branch, and you have a set of satisfiable propositions. Not only that, but you can read off the truth value assignment that you need to make that set satisfiable, to make all those propositions true at the same time from that open branch. Wherever you have simple propositions, the truth value will be true for those simple propositions. Wherever you have the negation of simple propositions, then the truth value will be false for those simple propositions. And there's your truth value assignment. Of course, unsatisfiability on a truth tree will mean that there are no open branches, all branches are closed. And by the way, if your set includes just one proposition and all branches are closed, it's unsatisfiable, then you have a contradiction. Okay, so let's check out the exercises. We have 7.3.2.1 for number 1. It says, using the trees, test whether the following propositions are contradictions. For any proposition that is satisfiable, read off from an open path a scenario in which the proposition is true. Okay, so remember that it's going to be a contradiction if we have all closed branches. If there's at least one open branch, then it's satisfiable. So let's start off with number 1, and that is A and not A, and that is an obvious contradiction. We'll use the conjunction rule. That gives us A, not A, and we have closed branch because it's A, not A, and that is a contradiction. Number 2, A or B and not A or B. This is also a contradiction in the same way the last one was. You have something and not that something, but we can't just do it like that. So A or B, not A or B, check. Then we'll do the negation of a disjunction rule. So that gives us not A, not B, check. And then the A or B rule looks like this. A, B, check. Whoa, that's a crazy check. Check. The not A and the A close this branch. The not B and the B close this branch. All branches are closed. This is a contradiction. Number 3. If A, then B, and not A or B. If A, then B, not A or B, check. Then let's do the rule for the negation of that disjunction. And that would be not A, not B, check. And then if A, then B, that looks like this. Either A is false or B is true, check. On the right-hand side, you have not B and B, so that branch closes. On the left-hand side, you have an open branch. And it looks like we have not A, not B. So it looks like this is satisfiable when A is false and B is false. Number 4, if A, then not A or B, and not A or B, or B. Wow. Okay. So first the conjunction rule. Check. Then we have the negation of a disjunction is that second one, right? We have, it's this negation and this disjunction right here. So not A or B and not B. Check. And that not A or B, that's a double negation rule. So we'll make it A or B. Check. And then A or B, let's do that rule next. Check. And then we have not B on the right hand side, that branch closes. Then we have the if A, then not A or B. The A, the antecedent is negated. The consequent is not A or B. Left we have an A and a not A. That closes. On the right we have the negation of a disjunction, not A, not B, check. And then we have an A and a not A, and that branch closes too. This is a contradiction. Number 5, not B or C. If and only if B, then C. Okay, so the negation of a negation of a biconditional is my least favorite. So we have on the left, not B or C, and then the negation of if B, then C. On the right, the negation of not B or C, and then if B, then C. Check. Okay, let's see. On the left, let's first do the negation of that conditional. That would be like this. B, not C. Check. And then the disjunction. Not B, C. Check. For the left-hand branch, B and not B, close out that branch. Not C and C, close out the right branch. That side is closed. Then we have on the right side, not a disjunction. So let's do the negation of that disjunction. Not B, not C, check. Not B is a double negation. Then if B, then C, the rule is not B, C, like that, check. B and not B close out that branch. Not C and C close out this branch. Contradiction. 6. A, if and only if, not A. Or A, if A, then not B or C. Okay, so we have to do the disjunction rule. And that gives us A, if and only if, not A, on the left. That's for sure going to be a contradiction. And then if A, then not B or C. And that's not going to be a contradiction. And so if that can be true, then the right side of the whole disjunction can be true. And if part of the, if half of the disjunction can be true, then the whole disjunction is true. So A, if and only if, not A. Let's do that first. On the left, you affirm them both. On the right, you negate them both. Check. You have an A and a not A. Let's close that out. And then that double negation of the A. Then you have a not A and an A. Closed out. Then the if A, then not B or C. You get not A and not B or C. Looks like we negated that B or C, but that's not what we did, right? This is a not B or C right here. So we just copied that down, not B or C down here. And that's because that is the conditional rule. So then the not B or C looks like this, not B, not C, check. Okay, and looks like we have 2 open branches. So this first open branch right here says when A is false, and it doesn't tell us anything about B or C. So when A is false and B could be true and C could be true, B could be false, C could be true, like whatever combination of B's and C's that you want, this could be satisfiable. And then on the right-hand side, it gives us when not B is true and not C is true. So when B is false and C is false, in other words. When B is false and C is false, and it doesn't matter what A is. A could be true or A could be false. Any one of these scenarios, and you can have all the propositions be true at the same time. All right, number 2 says, using trees, test whether the following sets of propositions are satisfiable. For any set that is satisfiable, read off from an open path a scenario in which all the propositions of the set are true. So we have for number 1, A or B, not B, and if A, then B. So let's see. The A or B rule looks like so. Check. Then you have a not B and a B on the right, so that closes it down. And then the if A, then B looks like this. Not A and B. A and not A close out. Not B and B close out. Okay, so this set of propositions is unsatisfiable. 2, A or B, B or C, not A or C. First, we want to do the negation of that disjunction, and that looks like this: not A, not C, check. Then let's do the A or B. Check, and then the left-hand branch closes off. Then let's do the B or C. The right-hand branch closes off, but notice the left-hand branch does not. So when B is true, C is false, and A is false. A is false, B is true, C is false. Then we can have this set of propositions be true. So this is a satisfiable set. Number 3, not if not A, then B, not C if and only if A or C. What? How many of these are there? Not if C, then B, and if A, then B. Great googly moogly. That's a lot. So let's do first the top one, and that will give us a not A and a not B. Check. Okay, and then let's do the A or C. Check, and that's going to close out the left branch. And let's do the not C if and only if A. Actually, no, let's do the not if C, then B. That gives us C, not B. Check, that doesn't close anything out. Then we have the other one that I was talking about. Not C if and only if A. So that looks like this. C, not A, not C, and A. So it looks like the C and the not C on the right close off. But nothing's closed off on the left-hand side. And then we have if A, then B. And that looks like this. Not A, B. The not B and the B close out, but it looks like we have an open branch. So it's when A is false, B is false, and C is true, then we have all the propositions true at the same time. 4, A if and only if B, not if A, then C, if C, then A and B, or A and C. First, let's do the not if A then C, and that looks like this. Check. Then we'll do that disjunction, A and B or A and C. So that looks like this. A and B, A and C, check. Then we'll do those conjunction rules. A and B, A, C, and then the right-hand branch closes off with the C and the not C. And then we have to do, let's see, for the if A then B, let's do the A if and only if B. That's my least favorite one. A, B, not A, not B. And we have a closed branch on the right. Check. And then we have the if C then A. And that looks like this. Either not C or A. Check. So we have an open branch here and an open branch here. It looks like when A is true, B is false, and A is true, B is true, and C is false, then this set of propositions can all be true at the same time. So this is satisfiable. If you have any questions on any of those, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Adios.